So as you probably have seen in the title, I hurt my wrist, unfortunately. This actually happened on the last day in Italy. We were biking. I was leading the pack. I missed my turn and I noticed that I missed my turn. I was looking around like, oh, I missed my turn. And then I went and fell, kind of ran out of my hand, skidded my arm a little bit. So, I got a x-ray yesterday, thankfully no fracture, but there is a sprain for sure. And funny enough, something similar happened to me, pretty much actually identical happened to me in 2012 with the other hand. So this is not new to me, unfortunately. I wish it was. Now is one of those times where I have to take my own advice, and when I talk to patients about taking a bit of a step back and modifying your training to accommodate for a particular injury as you're rehabbing it, yep, it's time for me to take my own advice. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and we're going to be focusing a lot more on legs for the next week or two, and then we'll see as we, progress with the rehab for my wrist. We'll start reintroducing some more kettlebell stuff, but we'll see how that goes and kind of reevaluate on a daily basis. So without further ado, here's me squatting. Not training with kettlebells makes me very blue. This is just a little peek into my rehab for my wrist. So what I'm doing right now are isometrics. So a isometric or isometric contraction. Basically the muscle is contracting but nothing's actually moving. So what I'm doing right now as I've been speaking to you is I am just holding on to a PVC pipe. So this one, I think it's a 2-inch diameter, so it has a pretty big diameter, so I can really wrap my hand around it, and because it's a larger diameter, it really tries to emphasize the grip a little bit more. So in my particular case, that's what I'm trying to do. Now, right now, I'm just doing a resisted supination. So I'm trying to supinate my right hand right now, but this guy right here is not letting it. So this is called an isometric or supination, essentially. And what I'm doing is about 45-second intervals in each direction. So I'm going to do another one now, but for pronation. So I start off more supinated, or probably just neutral in this case, and I'm trying to pronate my forearm or wrist, however you want to say it. And just hold that for 45 seconds, and I'm squeezing as hard as I comfortably can when I'm doing this. So I want to make sure that I don't feel any bad pain in my wrist. But that kind of that lactic acid burn, so to speak, in the forearm, that's totally fine. Some may say even desirable. Hold those for 45 seconds. So with the wrist, main motions are supination, pronation, then you have the flexion extension, then ulnar deviation and radial deviation. And you do all of those, guys. So that's what I'm doing every single day right now to kind of build myself back up. That's not all what I'm going to be doing, but this is kind of those things you do at the start to kind of get things going again. And isometrics are actually a relatively safe thing to do. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, so let's see how this feels. Oh. Nope. Fuck, that hurt. This freaking thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. That. You know these bugs that come out every September? Let's get back to the actual set. Yeah, the wrist is still pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I'm just trying to hold on to a kettlebell, like the 16 kilo there, just no go. So I'm doing all I can right now to really rehab and strengthen this guy back up. So one thing I'm really working on right now are isometrics of the wrist itself, but what I'm gonna be starting to do now is adding in some finger flexion isometrics. So be doing that with like dead hang type of stuff, and I'm not quite ready for hangboard at the moment. Like I'm getting there, but it's still not quite there. So I have these older ones here that I'm just attaching to my squat rack, and I'm just going to be hanging on with these two fingers. So that's pretty much part of what my rehab is looking like right now. Yep.